Yes, am I audible to everyone now? मेरी आवाज आ रही है? Okay, then we will start. Yes, good morning everyone. We will be seeing the remaining part. Okay, in the last lecture we have started with the uh, serial port. We have started with the serial port. We have seen what are the different ways in which the data can be transmitted. It is serial or parallel. We have also seen what type of a links we have. It could be a simplex. It could be a half duplex or it could be a full duplex. Okay, we have also seen that whenever what are the registers or special function registers which are available who are associated with your serial communication. So I have told you there are three: sbuff, then scon, and the last one is pcon. So today we are going to see these registers, three registers. These are the special function registers. Please see the byte addresses of these registers. Okay, and these registers, even you have to identify whether it is a bit addressable or it is byte addressable, and you know the difference between the byte address and the bit address. So you have to identify wherever you see the asterisk, it is a bit addressable registers. Okay, my screen is visible. Okay, now when you talk about the serial communication, you know that 8051 supports your full duplex. Okay, where you can transmit and receive at the same time. Now this is only possible because you have sbuff. Okay, you have sbuff register. So what is sbuff register? We will see. So this is a special function register, sbuff. Sbuff stands for serial buffer. Sbuff stands for serial buffer. Now your 8051 has TXD pin, that is pin number 11, and it has RXD pin, that is pin number 10. Now these two pins are used for transmission and reception of serial data. Okay, now your 8051 transfers and receives data serially with different baud rates. Even we have studied about the baud rate. The baud rate means bits per second, and the reciprocal of your baud rate gives you the how much time is required to transmit one bit. Okay, so these 8051 transfers and receives data serially with different baud rates. I have given you the different baud rates, like your baud rate could be 300, 600, 9600. So there are different rates in which the you can set your baud rate and you can transmit the data. Okay, you can set the baud rate and you can transmit the data. As your baud rates will be higher, the transmission speed will be higher because it is number of bits per second. So if baud rate is higher, it implies that the speed of transmission or reception is also higher. Okay. So today we'll be talking about. So I have told you there are three registers out of this special function register. One is the sbuff register. So we will be talking about sbuff register. So fbuff stands for serial buffer. Sbuff stands for serial buffer. Now serial buffer register. One thing is clear. What is the size of sbuff? Yes, what is the size of sbuff? 8 bits. Okay, so fbuff is an 8-bit register. Now it has separate sbuff register for data transmission and for data reception. Okay, so you will say sir, in the diagram you have only one sbuff. अगर हम डायग्राम देखेंगे, so आपने सिर्फ sbuff लिखा है. there are no there are no two sbuff. अब लेकिन अभी मैं क्या कमेंट कर रहा हूँ, it has two separate sbuff for data transmission and for data reception. Okay, now these two registers are accessed by the same name. It only we can just say that there are two sbuff depending upon whether you are transmitting or whether you are receiving. Depending upon that, if you are transmitting, then this becomes uh, transmission buffer. If you are receiving the data, then it becomes receiver sbuff. Okay, so one of the register is write only and used to hold data to be transmitted via txd pin. The other is read only and holds the received data from external source via rxd pin. What does it mean? It means now this is your 8051. You are transmitting the data. Before you transmit the data, your data should be available in your SBUF. So this register becomes transmitter buff, SBUF. And when you are receiving the data, now you are transmitting the data through the TXD pin. So before you transmit the data to the through the TXD pin, this data should be available in the buffer. This buffer is called a serial buffer, and to be more specific, this should be called as a transmitters S buffer. Whenever you are receiving the data through the RxD pin, after receiving of the data through the RxD pin, this data should be available in the SBUF. And to be more specific, this is called as receiver SBUF. This is called as receiver SBUF. This SBUF and this SBUF are the same. It only depends upon whether you are transmitting or receiving. Okay, so to make this concept more clear, we have this figure. See this figure: serial data buffer, register, one name, two registers. One name, two registers. Now see the figure here on the right hand side. Two physically separate SBUF registers are there. Okay, now when you talk about this transmission of the data, okay, the transmission of the data, see here you are transmitting the data through the TXD pin. But before you transmit the data through the TXD pin, you have to load the data in your SBUF. The size is of 8 bit, so 8 bit of data can be stored at SBUF. Okay, see here what is written: write SBUF. That means you are writing down the data into the SBUF. This is a transmission section. नीचे वाला जो है that is a reception receiver section. So transmitter में क्या हो रहा है? You are transmitting the data through the TXD pin. Before you transmit, you should write down the data into the SBUF. So you have written the data into the SBUF, but you know that TXD pin, the data is transmitted one bit at a time. So if you want to transmit one bit at a time, SBUF is of 8 bit. This F bit, one bit will be transmitted through the shift register. You know the function of the shift register? One bit will be shifted towards the right. Okay, and जैसे जैसे आपके SBUF में एक एक बीट आएगा, फॉर एग्जाम्पल योर फर्स्ट बीट इज D0, then your D1. So D0 will be shifted to the this shift register, and then this D0 will be available at the TXD pin. Then your D1 will be taken from the SBUF. It will be shifted to the shift register. It will be given to the TXD pin. Okay, so shift register requires your clock pulse. It requires your clock pulse. Okay, so the shift register, the clock pulse is given by 8051. It is given by the 8051. Same thing it applies for the receiver of the data. See here, you are receiving the data through the RxD pin. So the data is received. See the serial data in. Here it is serial data out. So when you are receiving the data through the RxD pin, this data is given to the shift register. Then it is given to the SBUF. So SBUF का साइज आपका है 8 बिट. सो पहले सीरियल डेटा इन से आपका सपोज आएगा आपका D7 आएगा, देन कम्स D6. डोंट से इन दैट वे. रिसीवर अगर रिसीवर है तो इट विल बी D0, देन D1. तो आपका D0 विल बी गिवन टू द शिफ्ट रजिस्टर, दैट विल बी गिवन टू द SBUF. So SBUF will have D0. Then comes D1. So D1 will be available at SBUF. Then D2, then D3, and so forth. At the last, there will be D7. Okay, so total 8 bits will be available here, the data bits. And once you get all the 8 bits from SBUF, you can read the SBUF. You can read the SBUF. Okay, so see here internal data bus. आपके इंटरनल डेटा बस में आपका डेटा अवेलेबल होगा. तो अगर मुझे वो डेटा ट्रांसमिट करना है तो दैट डेटा शुड बी अवेलेबल ऑन द इंटरनल डेटा बस. फ्रॉम द इंटरनल डेटा बस अगर आपको ट्रांसमिट करना है तो दैट विल बी रिटन इनटू द SBUF. Once it is written into the SBUF, then one bit will be transmitted through the shift register through the RxD pin. Similarly, when you are receiving the data through the RxD pin, it will be given to the shift register. Shift register will accept one bit at a time. One bit after accepting one bit, then it is given to the SBUF. until and unless you achieve all the when you receive all the 8 bits. Once you receive all the 8 bits, then that 8 bits are read and it is available in the internal data bus. What is the size of your internal data bus? What is the size of your internal data bus? What is the size of your internal data bus? 8 bit. ओके, तो आपके जो 8 बिट है वो इंटरनल डेटा बस में अवेलेबल रहेंगे. This is what is happening and this is the role of your serial buffer. Okay, so you have two buffer, transmit buffer and receive buffer. Okay, so these registers are differentiated by a microcontroller as per the operation being performed. See the operation. When we have to read the sbuf, that means when we are receiving the data, the receive buffer is accessed, and while transmitting, transmit buffer is accessed. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, अगर हम एक इंस्ट्रक्शन यूज कर रहे हैं, व्हाट इज द इंस्ट्रक्शन? मूव ए कॉमा एस बफ. नाउ एक्चुअली स्पीकिंग, दिस इज द इंस्ट्रक्शन विच विल रीड रिसीव्ड डेटा from the receive buffer. So when you are using move a comma s buff, in that case you are using receive buffer. In that case you are using receive buffer. But if you are using the instruction move s buff comma a, in that case you are using transmit buffer. Because जब हम लिखते हैं move sbuff comma a, we are actually writing data to transmit sbuff register. Okay, the data from the transmitter buffer will be transmitted through the txd pin. So for transmitting of the data, we are using move sbuff comma a, and while receiving the data we are using the instruction move a comma sbuff. Because move a comma sbuff is used to read the data, द रिसीव्ड डेटा हमको रीड करना है तो मूव ए कॉमा एस बफ. ये क्यों, हाउ कैन आई से दिस इज गोइंग टू रीड? बिकॉज एस बफ में जो कुछ है दैट विल बी सेंट थ्रू द एक्यूमुलेटर, थ्रू द इंटरनल डेटा बस, थ्रू द इंटरनल डेटा बस. दैट इज वाई दिस इज कॉल्ड एज अ रीड बफर. And when I'm saying move sbuff comma a, that means whatever is available in the accumulator has to be sent to the sbuff for transmission. So that is why move sbuff comma a. So I can also comment that before you transmit the data, your data should be available in the accumulator, then it will be given to the sbuff. And when you are receiving the data through the rxd pin, that data has to be first available in the sbuff, then only it will be read into the accumulator through the, or it will be transmitted to the accumulator through the internal bus. I hope this concept is clear. If you have question, please ask. Is the concept of sbuff clear? Everyone? Okay. So sbuff is very simple. Try to understand the concept of sbuff. This is important. Okay. So you have physically actually two sbuff, transmit buff and receive buff. Okay. So we will see the next part. So this is all about your sbuff. So we have done with the one special function register. We have left with the two special function register. The next is scon. Can you see here SCON, serial control register? See the full forms. हम अब तक SCON बोलते आ रहे थे. The full form is serial control register. Serial control register. So what is this serial control register? Tell me the size of SCON. Tell me the size of SCON. 8 bit. टाइम नहीं लगना चाहिए ना. ऑलरेडी हमने देखा है इंटरनल मेमोरी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, वहाँ पे देखा है हमने हर एक स्पेशल फंक्शन रजिस्टर एक 8 बिट के होते। तो मुझे कोई बता सकता है कि अदर देन, कैन एनी वन ऑफ यू टेल मी विच आर द रजिस्टर्स विच आर मोर देन 8 बिट? विच आर द रजिस्टर्स विच आर मोर देन 8 बिट? उनका साइज इज मोर देन 8 बिट। यस, टेल मी द रजिस्टर्स जिनका साइज मोर देन 8 बिट है, या फिर ऑल द रजिस्टर्स आर ऑफ 8 बिट? व्हाट इज योर आंसर?
Special function registers are 8-bit all the line, right?
हाँ, तो ऐसे कुछ, हाँ, सो बरोबर है, योर डीपीटीआर इज ऑफ 16 बिट।
But sir, DPTR is divided into two now, so it is considered as 1 bit per.
नो नो, दैट इज ट्रू, यस दैट इज ट्रू, बट व्हेन वी से कलेक्टिवली, ओके, जैसे हम कहते हैं कि डीपीटीआर यू हैव, क्या बोलते हैं, वी से डीएच एंड डीएल,
DHL,
बराबर है।
and DHL.
हाँ, सो दिस इज 8 बिट एंड दिस इज 8 बिट, लेकिन हम कलेक्टिवली जब डीपीटीआर बोलते हैं डेटा पॉइंटर, इट इज ऑफ 16 बिट। और कौन सी चीज है जो मोर देन 8 बिट है? कौन सा रजिस्टर है जो मोर देन 8 बिट है? It may not be a special function register. It may not be a special function register, but there is one more register which is of more than 8 bit. Yes. Yes. Which is the other register which is more than 8 bit? This shows that you are not revising. इतने डिटेल में मैं जब पढ़ाता हूँ तो यू शुड बी एबल टू गिव मी द आंसर। प्रोग्राम काउंटर, that is, program counter is also of 16 bit. Okay, come back to this portion now. Yes, we are talking about the serial control register. Now this is important. See what is written about the SCON. SCON के बारे में क्या लिखा है? Now SCON is the control and status register programmed to configure bits contained in one serial word, baud rate, and synchronization clock source. It also contains status bits that indicate whether the data is transmitted completely and any new data is received. Okay, so your SCON register will give you that whether your data is transmitted or whether it is received. So for that you have status bit. स्टेटस बिट की जब मैं बात करता हूँ तो वो बिट इंडिकेट करता है कि डेटा ट्रांसमिट हुआ है या फिर डेटा पूरा रिसीव हुआ है। ओके, दैट इज द केस, एंड इट कॉन्फ़िगर्स कंटेंट वन सीरियल वर्ड, baud rate and synchronization clock source. So what is that we will see now. This is your SCON register. This is your SCON register. Okay, see here now. This is important SCON register. Now in your LSB and MSB, okay, we will start from LSB. You have RI, you have TI, you have RB8, you have TB8, you have REN, you have SM2, you have SM1, and you have SM0. Okay, so the content of your SCON register is shown as in the figure. So all the bits are utilized to carry out some of the function. Okay, all the bits are utilized to carry out some of the function. Okay, now in general we can, you can just differentiate depending upon the function. You can have the differentiation about this particular bits of SCON. Okay, how come? See here, bit number 6 and 7, bit number 6 and 7, bit number 6 and 7. So what is bit number is 6 and 7? It is SM0, SM1. So SM0, SM1 collectively they are used for serial port mode. So SM0 and SM1 are used to select one of the mode out of four modes. So you can operate your 8051, or you can transmit, or you can control the serial communication in either of four modes. So when you have SM0 and SM1, you are having four modes. Okay, so which are the four modes? See here. Yes, can you see here the modes? When SM0 and SM1 are 0 0, you are in mode 0. 0 1, you are in mode 1. 1 0, you are in mode 2. And when it is 1 1, you are in mode 3. So serial port mode is selected by your SM0 and SM1. SM0 and SM1. Okay, so you can change the 6th bit and 7th bit depending upon आपको कौन से मोड में आपके सीरियल कम्युनिकेशन को फंक्शन करना है. Okay, if you want to go into mode 0, you have to make it 0 0. If you want to make it mode 1, you have to change the bit. For 2, change the bit, and for 3, it is 1 1. Now, what is this mode 0? Mode 0 is called as 8-bit shift register mode. What is mode 1? It is 8-bit UART mode. What is mode 2? It is 9-bit UART mode. And what is mode 3? It is 9-bit UART mode. Okay, 9-bit UART mode. In mode 0, what is the baud rate? In mode 0, the baud rate is 1 upon 12, the crystal frequency. What is the baud rate in mode 1? It is determined by timer 1. What is the baud rate in mode 2? It is 1 upon 32, the crystal frequency, or it is 1 by 64, the crystal frequency. So you have an option. आप baud rate 1 upon 64 of the crystal frequency select कर सकते हो, या फिर आपके पास ऑप्शन है 1 upon 32 the crystal frequency. Okay, what is the baud rate for mod 3? It is determined by timer 1. It is determined by the timer 1. Okay, यहाँ पे हम ऐसे भी लिख सकते हैं ब्रैकेट में, फॉर मॉड 3 इट इज डिटरमाइंड बाय टाइमर 1, और आप लिख सकते हैं इट इज वेरिएबल. यहाँ पे मैं वेरिएबल क्यों लिख रहा हूँ? बिकॉज इट इज सेट बाय टाइमर 1. यहाँ पे मैं लिखूंगा फिक्स्ड. यहाँ पे मैं फिक्स क्यों लिखूंगा? बिकॉज इट इज नॉट डिटरमाइंड बाय टाइमर 1, बट यू कैन फिक्स द बॉड रेट either by 1 upon 32 the crystal frequency or 1 upon 64 the crystal frequency, so that is it is fixed. यहाँ पे मैं लिख सकता हूँ वेरिएबल इन मॉड 1. यहाँ पे भी क्यों वेरिएबल लिख सकता हूँ? द सेम थिंग, बिकॉज इट इज सेट बाय टाइमर 1. इट इज सेट बाय टाइमर 1. ओके, तो वो कैसे होने वाला है, दैट थिंग वी आर सीइंग, वी विल सी आफ्टरवर्ड्स, बट ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड द बॉड रेट कैन बी set by timer 1 in mod 1 as well as in mod 3. So that is why the baud rates are variable. But in mod 0 and mod 2 the baud rates are fixed. So यहाँ पे भी मैं लिख सकता हूँ fixed. यहाँ पे भी मैं लिख सकता हूँ fixed. यहाँ पे क्यों लिख सकता हूँ? Because it is 1 upon 12 the crystal frequency. It is 1 upon 12 the crystal frequency. Okay. Is the mod clear to everyone? ये mod हमको डिटेल में पढ़ाई करना है. These mods we have to see in detail. But whether this is clear to everyone? So serial communication mode selection bit, that is SM0 and SM1, will give us the option to select one mode out of four modes, and these modes are called as 8-bit shift register, 8-bit UART, 9-bit UART, and 9-bit UART, and the baud rate is as shown in the figure, or as shown in the table. Is it clear to everyone? Is it clear to everyone? Yes. Louder. हाँ.
Yes, sir.
ओके, नाउ हियर समथिंग मोर अबाउट दिस. ये तो हमको डिटेल में पढ़ना है हर एक मोड, लेकिन यहाँ पे मैं और एक बात बता देता हूँ. व्हेन यू सी दिस mod 1, mod 2 and mod 3, it is UART. It is UART. What is UART? What is the full form of UART? UART? Anyone? Okay, it is universal asynchronous receiver and transmitter. Okay, universal synchronous receiver and transmitter. Asynchronous receiver and transmitter. Now here the important thing is that I have explained you that the serial communication can be synchronous or it can be asynchronous. In the synchronous, along with the 8-bit data, you will send one character, that is sync. It could be 1 or 0. Okay, and the important thing is that the transmitter and the receiver will have the same clock frequency. Okay, they will have the same clock frequency. That means the transmitter and receiver are synchronized in the synchronous transmission. What is there in the asynchronous transmission? In the asynchronous transmission, transmitter and the receiver are having separate clock, or you can say different clock. They are not synchronized. And what is the second difference? You are, along with your data, you are sending start bit, stop bit. So start bit followed by 8 bit of data followed by stop bit. And sometimes you can also send parity bit. And sometimes you can also send the parity bit. Okay, so that was the difference between the synchronous transmission and asynchronous transmission. So your 8051 has the provision that in mod 1, see on the screen, in mod 1, in mod 2 and mod 3, you can go with asynchronous transmission, and mod 0 will give you only synchronous transmission. So I can say mod 0 is used for synchronous transmission and mod 1, 2 and 3 are used for asynchronous transmission. So when मैं synchronous बोलूँगा तो you have to remember synchronization, same clock, sync character. When I say asynchronous or UART, you should remember start bit, stop bit, parity bit, different clock, no synchronization. Is it clear to everyone? Is it clear to everyone now? Yes. So mod 0 synchronous, mod 1, 2, 3 asynchronous mode of communication. Okay. So that is about the mods. ये mod हमको डिटेल में पढ़ना है, हम बाद में पढ़ेंगे. Okay. Now, so come back to the register now. Yes. So we have talked about bit number 6, bit number 7. Bit number 6 and bit number 7 we have talked. Okay, come to bit number 5. Bit number 5 is SM2. Bit number 5 is SM2. So what is bit number 5? Now bit number 5 is used in mod 2 and mod 3. It is not used in mod 0 and mod 1. It is used in mod 2 and 3. Now when this SM2 is set, that means when SM2 is 1, this will enable multi-processor communication. This will enable multi-processor communication. Now, multi-processor communication means what? Whenever you are to communicate two multi processors, suppose 8051 has to communicate with other microcontroller or other microprocessor. So, whenever you have to have such type of communication, in that case, you have to make SM2 is equals to 1. Okay, you have to make SM2 is equals to 1. क्या लिखा है देखो यहाँ पे, enables multiprocessor, IO in mod 2 and mod 3. तो mod 2 and mod 3 में we will be going with multiprocessor communication. Okay, what, when set to 1, an interrupt is generated if bit 9 of received data is 1. आपको एक बात पता है mod 2 और mod 3 में क्या है? Please see here all of you. See here mod 2 and mod 3. Can you see as it is a 9 bit? It is a 9 bit. It is a 9 bit. Okay. Now, in the asynchronous, you know that data bit is of 8 bit, and the extra bit which is also called as extra bit which is also called as, मैंने बताया था लास्ट लेक्चर में, extra bits are called as no one. My question is when you are transmitting the 8 bit के अलावा आप बाकी का स्टार्ट बिट और स्टॉप बिट जब भेजते हो, तो स्टार्ट बिट और स्टॉप बिट ये एक्स्ट्रा बिट है, इनको क्या कहा जाता है? एम ऑडिबल?
Yes, sir.
मैंने बताया था ना इसके बारे में. ओके, लिव. So come back to this. Yes, I was talking about asynchronous. So along with this, you are transmitting 8 bit. You are एक बिट आपका रहता है स्टार्ट बिट, और एक बिट रहता है आपका स्टॉप बिट. अगर पैरिटी बिट यूज कर रहे हो तो पैरिटी बिट का भी रहता है एक बिट. Okay. Now, whenever you are using or transmitting or receiving the data under the asynchronous, along with the 8 bit, you are transmitting start bit, stop bit, and if required, parity bit. So 8, 9, 10, and 11. 8, 9, 10, and 11. So here, if you see mod 1, it is of 8 bit UART. Here it is 9 bit UART. So mod 2 and 3 are 9 bit UART. Mod 2 and 3 are 9 bit. That means along with the data you will also receive stop bit. You will also receive stop bit. So 8 plus 1 becomes 9. So in mod 2 and 3, along with the 8 bit, you will also receive the stop bit. तो हम जब ये डिटेल में पढ़ेंगे, that time it will be more clear, but try to understand. Mod 1 is of 8 bit UART, mod 2 and 3 is of 9 bit. 9 bit कैसे हो रहे हैं? Your 8 bit of data and 1 bit of stop bit. Okay, so time being you just remember this. तो हम जब डिटेल में जाएंगे that time it will be more clear. Okay, so come to this. SM2 में, SM2 के बारे में देखो क्या है. आपने सिर्फ एक देखा है कि अनेबल्स माइक्रो मल्टी प्रोसेसर कम्युनिकेशन इन मॉड 2 एंड मॉड 3. मॉड 2 एंड मॉड 3 में आपको याद रखना है कि 9 बिट यूएआरटी है. अब देखो क्या लिख रहा है आगे. व्हेन सेट टू 1, जब आपका SM2 1 होता है, एंड इंटरप्ट इज जनरेटेड इफ बिट 9 ऑफ रिसीव्ड डेटा इज 1. जो आपका नाइन्थ वाला बीट है, अगर वो आप रिसीव कर रहे हो और अगर वो 1 है, इन दैट केस that will happen when you are setting this SM2 is equals to 1. So when set to 1, an interrupt is generated if bit 9 of received data is 1. No interrupt is generated if bit 9 is 0. Keep in mind. So interrupt is generated when the received 9 bit is 1, and no interrupt is generated when received bit 9 is 0. Okay, that is the case. अभी ये देखो, if set to 1 for mod 1, मॉड 2 का तो आपको पता है मल्टी प्रोसेसर कम्युनिकेशन के लिए. अभी मॉड 1 के लिए देखो क्या है. मॉड 1 के लिए इफ सेट टू 1 फॉर मॉड 1, यानी हम मॉड 1 में काम कर रहे हैं, एंड इफ दिस SM2 इज 1, इन दैट केस नो इंटरप्ट विल बी जनरेटेड अनलेस अ वैलिड स्टॉप बिट इज रिसीव्ड. अनलेस वैलिड स्टॉप बिट इज रिसीव्ड. मॉड 1 में क्या है? इट इज 8 बिट UART. It is 8 bit UART. So when in SM2 if it is 1, if SM2 is equals to 1 in mod 1, then no interrupt will be generated unless a valid stop bit is received. तो आप जब वैलिड स्टॉप बिट रिसीव करते हो, बिकॉज आपको पता है आप 8 बिट रिसीव कर रहे हो, बट अलॉन्ग विद दैट इफ यू रिसीव द स्टॉप बिट ऑल्सो. ओके, सो when this SM2 is equals to 1, then no interrupt will be generated unless a valid stop bit is received. So when you receive the stop bit along with the 8 bit UART, that time only interrupt will be generated. So this is about that. And SM2 will be 0 for mod 0, क्योंकि mod 0 में उसका काम नहीं है, तो in that case SM2 will be 0. So again I'm repeating, pay attention. When SM2 is equals to 1 in mod 2 and mod 3, that means इट इज अनेबलिंग मल्टी प्रोसेसर कम्युनिकेशन। सो मॉड 2 और मॉड 3 का हो गया। मॉड 1 का क्या, मॉड 1 में क्या होता है? Okay, so before I go to mod 1, one more important thing: when set to 1, an interrupt is generated if 9 bit 9 of received data is 1, and no interrupt is generated if bit 9 is 0. तो मॉड 2 और 3 का हो गया। मॉड 1 में क्या उसका काम है? इफ सेट टू 1 फॉर मॉड 1, नो इंटरप्ट विल बी जनरेटेड अनलेस अ वैलिड स्टॉप बिट इज रिसीव्ड। तो मॉड 1 का भी हो गया। मॉड 0 में उसका कुछ काम नहीं है। इन दैट केस SM2 विल बी 0 फॉर मॉड 0। अगेन आई एम रिपीटिंग, मॉड 0, मॉड 2, मॉड 1, मॉड 3 ये हम डिटेल में पढ़ने वाले हैं, लेकिन टाइम बीइंग जस्ट अंडरस्टैंड द फंक्शन ऑफ SM2। ओके, सो दैट इज व्हाई आई एम एक्सप्लेनिंग हियर ओनली। इज इट क्लियर टू एवरीवन? एनी क्वेश्चन? एनी क्वेश्चन अबाउट SM2? Yes, any question about SM2? Yes or no? Okay, next one. Bit number 4, REN. Bit number 4, REN. So whenever you are in the serial communication, जब आप डेटा रिसीव कर रहे हो, so in that case it should be 1. So receive enable if REN is 1, इसका मतलब अगर REN 1 है तो हम रिसीव के मोड में है, हम रिसीव के मोड में है। डोंट से मोड, then you will be having confusion with this mod 0, mod 1, mod 2 and mod 3. You should say whenever you are receiving the data, in that case REN should be 1, and whenever you are transmitting the data serially, REN should be 0. That means receive अगर मुझे करना है तो you have to make this REN is equals to 1. So receive enable, this will enable the reception of the data. That is as simple as it is. Okay, we will move to the next part. Bit number 3. Bit number 3. Bit number 3 will speak about TB8. Okay, it will we will talk about TB8 and RB8. What is TB8? TB8 is nothing but this is a ninth data bit that is transmitted in mod 2 and mod 3. mod 2 and mod 3 को आपको पता है, it is of 9 UART. नाइन्थ बिट वाला जो है, जो नाइन्थ बिट है, 8 बिट आपका डेटा है, नाइन्थ बिट की जो बात कर रहा हूँ वो डेटा, सो नाइन्थ डेटा बिट टू सेंड इन 9 बिट मोड इन mod 2 एंड mod 3. ओके, तो जो नाइन्थ वाला जो बिट मुझे स्टोर करना है दैट विल बी अवेलेबल इन TB8. ओके, सो नाइन्थ बिट विल बी अवेलेबल इन TB8. सो नाइन्थ डेटा बिट टू सेंड इन 9 बिट मोड इन mod 2 एंड mod 3. ओके, तो नाइन्थ वाला जो बिट है दैट विल बी अवेलेबल इन TB8. आपको पता है 8 बिट आपका अवेलेबल है SBUF में, और इसके अलावा जो आपका 9 बिट रहेगा, इट में बी स्टार्ट बिट, स्टॉप बिट और पैरिटी बिट, दैट इज अवेलेबल इन TB8. T stands for transmit and here R stands for receive. Okay, so RB8 के बारे में देखो क्या लिखा है, it is a ninth data bit received in mod 2 and mod 3. It is a ninth data bit received in mod 2 and mod 3, और ये TB8 में it is a 9 bit which has to be sent in 9 bit mode in mod 2 and mod 3. बट RB8 के बारे में के बारे में और एक बात है, इन mod 1 क्या है, इट इज ऑफ 8 बिट. इन mod 1 if SM2 is equals to 0, if SM2 here, pay attention now, this is also important. In mod 1 if SM2 is equals to 0, RB8 is the stop bit that was received. RB8 is the stop bit that was received. mod 1 में आपके 8 बिट रिसीव 8 बिट आपके ट्रांसमिट या रिसीव होते हैं, लेकिन अगर आपने SM2 0 रखा इन mod 1, ओके, सो इन दैट केस RB8 में क्या रहेगा, RB8 में रहेगा आपका स्टॉप बिट जो आप रिसीव करोगे, ओके, बिकॉज आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट RB8, दैट इज रिसीव के बाद में, बारे में बात करूंगा RB8. TB बोले तो ट्रांसमिट के बारे में बात करूंगा. Now this is RB8. Now when you talk about the RB8, it is related with the reception of the data. So whenever you are receiving the data, RB8 में आपका जाएगा stop bit, provided you are in mod 1 and your SM2 is equals to 0. Under these two condition, RB8 में जो भी data जाएगा, that is your stop bit. What about in mod 0? In mod 0, RB8 is not used. Obviously, mod 0 is associated with the synchronous communication. It is related with the synchronous communication. आपके 8 बिट है. ओके, सो यहाँ पे मॉड 0 में आपके RB8 का कुछ भी काम नहीं है. आपका RB8 का काम है मॉड 1 में. मॉड 1 में कैसे काम है? व्हेन यू आर इन मॉड 1, इफ योर SM2 इज इक्वल्स टू 0, दैट मीन्स RB8 में जो भी डेटा आएगा, दैट विल बी द स्टॉप बिट. और मॉड 2 और मॉड 3 में क्या रहेगा? मॉड 3 और 2 और मॉड 3 में आपका 9th जो डेटा बिट आप रिसीव करेंगे 9th वाला, वो वहाँ पे रहेगा. दैट विल बी अवेलेबल इन 9th, that will be available in RB8. Is it clear to everyone? Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, this may create some type of confusion, but revision is required. और जब मैं डिटेल में जाऊंगा मॉड 0, मॉड 1, मॉड 2 और मॉड 3 के बारे में, दैट टाइम इट विल बी मोर क्लियर. ओके, लेकिन इनिशियली मुझे आपको ये इन ब्रीफ पढ़ाना पड़ता है. ओके, जस्ट ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड द कंसेप्ट. सो वंस यू अंडरस्टैंड दिस, हम जब इसके लिए एक्सप्लेनेशन में जाएंगे, दैट टाइम इट विल बी मोर क्लियर. So we have done with bit number 3 and bit number 2. We have left with only 2 bits, and these 2 bits are simple. These 2 bits are simple. It is what? It is TI and RI. Bit number 1 and bit number 0. TI and RI. So TI is what? Transmit interrupt flag. Transmit interrupt flag. आपने TI कहाँ पे पढ़ा? आपने TI कहाँ पे देखा? आपने RI कहाँ पे देखा? या आपने फर्स्ट टाइम देखा? आपने TI RI फर्स्ट टाइम देखा या पहले भी देखा है? You have to speak out something. You cannot be numb. You have to speak out something. देखा है या नहीं देखा है? You have to just answer कि सर हमने ये फर्स्ट टाइम देखा है, हमने पहले कभी देखा नहीं है, TI और RI. या फिर आपको बोलना है कि सर हमने देखा है TI और RI, याद नहीं आ रहा है.
Sir, यार,
हम्म? याद नहीं आ रहा है? तो इसका क्या मतलब समझो मैं कि आपने TI और RI फर्स्ट टाइम देखा है. बराबर है? Okay, how many interrupts are there in 8051?
5.
हाँ, so 2 are external, 3 are internal. Leave about the 2 external interrupts. Let us talk about the 3 internal interrupts. What are the 3 internal interrupts?
Timer 0, timer 1, and serial port.
Timer 1 interrupt, timer 2 interrupt, and serial port. Leave about the timer 1 and timer 2 interrupt. Let's talk about the serial port interrupt. Tell me about the serial port interrupt. जितना पता है. T1 or R1. This shows how is your study going on. You have exam in few days.
Internal interrupt.
Yes?
Internal interrupt with lowest priority.
Yes. With the lowest priority. बरोबर है, लेकिन वहाँ पे मैंने आपको बताया था सीरियल पोर्ट इंटरप्ट में you have 2 interrupts. Actually speaking, there is one at a time, TI and RI. तो ये है वो TI and RI. मैंने आपको बताया था, मैं आगे पढ़ाऊँ, मैं बताऊंगा आपको TI और RI. So ये है वो TI और RI, serial port interrupt. Okay, so what is TI? Transmit interrupt flag. ट्रांसमिट इंटरप्ट फ्लैग। तो ट्रांसमिट इंटरप्ट फ्लैग कब आता है? सी हियर नाउ, ट्रांसमीटर एम्प्टी इंटरप्ट फ्लैग या फिर ट्रांसमिट इंटरप्ट फ्लैग सेंडिंग finished set by hardware at the end of 8-bit time in mod 0 or at the beginning of the stop bit in the other modes. It signal to the microcontroller that the line is available to transmit a new byte must be cleared by software. Okay, whenever you are transmitting the data, okay, at the end of the 8th bit mode in mod 0, जब हम mod 0 की बात करते हैं और मैं अगर ट्रांसमिट कर रहा हूँ डेटा, now you have to visualize this. Okay, you have to visualize this, that I am transmitting the data in mod 0. Mod 0 is your 8-bit shift register mode, that is synchronous mode. When you are transmitting this 8 bit of data, at the end of the 8 bit, पहला बिट भेजा, सेकंड भेजा, थर्ड भेजा, फोर्थ भेजा, लास्ट में when you are sending your 8 bit, okay, or at the beginning of the stop bit. स्टॉप बिट कब आता है? जब यू आर सेंडिंग द ऑल द 8 बिट्स और उसके बाद आपका स्टॉप बिट आता है। ओके, तो एट द एंड ऑफ द 8 बिट या फिर एट द बिगिनिंग ऑफ द स्टॉप बिट, ओके, इन दैट केस योर इंटरप्ट फ्लैग विल बी सेट टू 1, दैट टाइम इट विल बी सेट टू 1। तो ये सेट टू 1 क्यों होता है? इट इज अ सिग्नल टू द माइक्रो कंट्रोलर। ये जब 1 होता है, 1 का मतलब है इट गिव्स द सिग्नल टू द माइक्रो कंट्रोलर दैट द लाइन इज अवेलेबल टू ट्रांसमिट अ न्यू बाइट। इसका मतलब मैंने 8 बिट को ट्रांसमिट कर दिया है और अभी टी एक्स डी लाइन इज फ्री फॉर ट्रांसमिशन ऑफ द नेक्स्ट बाइट, न्यू बाइट। ओके, it is ready to transmit the new byte. So when your ti is equals to 1, this will be set by the hardware. This is also important, ये हार्डवेयर के थ्रू सेट होता है। और ये 1 कब होता है? when you are transmitting all the 8 bits या फिर बिगिनिंग ऑफ द स्टॉप बिट। बोथ दोनों का मीनिंग सेम है, बोथ हैज द सेम मीनिंग। ओके, बोथ हैज द सेम मीनिंग। और ये 1 तब होता है जब हम टोटल 8 बिट भेज रहे हैं। सो व्हेन यू आर सेंडिंग ऑल द 8 बिट्स, ये 1 का मतलब ये भी होता है इट गिव्स द इंडिकेशन टू द माइक्रो कंट्रोलर दैट द लाइन, विच लाइन, टीएक्सडी लाइन इज अवेलेबल फॉर ट्रांसमिशन ऑफ अ न्यू बाइट। इस 8 बिट तो आपने भेज दिए, और अगर कुछ लाइन में और 8 बिट बाकी है टू बी सेंड ना, देन दीज 8 बिट्स कैन बी सेंड थ्रू द टीएक्सडी लाइन। ओके, ये 1 जब होता है, इसको 0 करने के लिए दिस हैज टू बी क्लियर, दिस इज क्लियर बाय द सॉफ्टवेयर। सो दिस इज ऑल्सो इम्पॉर्टेंट, हार्डवेयर will set this bit and software will clear this bit. So by using the software you are going to clear this bit, and by using the hardware it is set to 1. Is it clear to everyone? Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
क्वेश्चन है तो पूछो, नहीं समझा तो मैं 2-3 बार और पढ़ाऊंगा। But if you are satisfied with the explanation, please answer yes. Similarly, what is RI? जैसे ट्रांसमिट बफर फ्लैग है, वैसे ये भी है रिसीव इंटर फ्लैग। ये होता है टी आई ट्रांसमीटर के टाइम पे, ये होता है रिसीवर के टाइम पे। ये क्या करता है? न्यू बाइट रिसीव्ड, सो आर आई विल बी 1 when you are receiving the new byte. See here what set by hardware at the end of the 8th bit mode in mod 0 or halfway through the stop bit time in the other modes. तो मॉड 0 में जब आपका 8 बिट पूरा रिसीव होता है तब आपका आर आई 1 होता है, या फिर बीच में हाफ वे मीन्स इन बिटवीन थ्रू द स्टॉप बिट इन अदर मोड्स, मॉड 1, मॉड 2 एंड मॉड 3 के टाइम पे इन हाफ वे इट विल बी 1। ये 1 होने का क्या मतलब है? इट गिव्स द इंडिकेशन और इट गिव्स द सिग्नल दैट अ बाइट इज रिसीव्ड and should be read quickly prior to being replaced by the new byte. मुझे बात बताओ, आप RxD पिन से रिसीव कर रहे हो डेटा, रिसीव होने के बाद वो डेटा कहाँ पे जाता है?
S buff.
वेरी गुड, एस बफ। तो आपने डेटा पूरा RxD पिन से पूरा रिसीव कर लिया। रिसीव करने के बाद आर आपका 1 होता है। आर जब 1 होता है तो इट गिव्स द इंडिकेशन टू द माइक्रो कंट्रोलर कि आप ये एस बफ जल्दी से पढ़ लो। जल्दी से पढ़ लो, इसका मतलब क्या है? मेक दिस एस बफ डेटा अवेलेबल एट द एक्यूमुलेटर so that this S buff will be vacant, so that next new byte can be received at the S buff, can be received at the S buff. That is the meaning of this. और ये जब आपका RI1 है, इसको अगर जीरो करना है, this will be cleared by your software. This will be cleared by your software. I hope you have understood the concept of TI and RI. Can I say TI and RI are the status register? Sorry, status bit. Can I say it is a status bit? Ti is equals to 1 means data is transmitted. Ri is equals to 1 means data is received completely. Can I say these are the status registers or interrupt flag?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So they are the interrupt flag. They are the interrupt flag. Uh, yes. यहाँ पे मैंने लिखा आपको बताया था. It also contains status bits. So I can say TI and RI are the status bits that indicate whether the data is transmitted completely. Transmitted completely कौन बताएगा? TI. And any new data is received. ये new data received कौन बताएगा? RI. Okay. So these are the two status bits or interrupt bits. Is it clear to everyone? Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Any
Yes.
question? Any question?
No, sir.
Okay. I think we can stop for today. Tomorrow do I have lecture? I think I have lecture. आपकी एग्जाम स्टार्ट कब से हो रही है? 25th.
Sure. Yes.
हाँ 25th ना. So tomorrow I think I can take a lecture है ना. So tomorrow I will take the lecture. कल तक जो भी होगा everything will be asked in the exam for your test. Okay. कल तक जो भी होगा that will be asked. जो मैंने नहीं लिया है that will not come in the exam. Okay. So कल तक जो भी पढ़ाऊंगा question will be asked related with that only. Is it fine? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. मनप्रीत अटेंडेंस हुआ क्या देखो?
No, sir.
नहीं हुआ? ठीक है. आपको स्क्रीनशॉट लेना तो ले लो, बाद में मुझे यू कैन व्हाट्सअप में, या फिर आपको ओरली लेना तो ओरली ले लो.
No, sir, already.
हाँ ले लो.
Roll number 1,
Present.
3,
Present.
4,
Present.
5,
Present.
6,
Present.
7,
Present.
9,
Present.
10,
Present.
11, 12,
Full present.
13, 14,
आपका लेक्चर नहीं था?
15,
Present.
16,
Present.
17,
Present.
18,
Present.
19,
19. Present.
20,
Present.
21, 22, 23,
Present.
24,
Present.
25, 26,
Present.
27, 28, 29, 30,
Present.
31,
Present.
32,
Present.
33,
Present.
34,
Present.
35,
Present.
36,
Present.
38,
Present.
40,
Present.
41, 42,
Present.
44,
Present.
45, 46,
Present.
47,
present,
48,
present,
49,
Present.
50,
Present.
51,
Present.
52, 53,
Present.
54, 55, 56, 57,
Present.
58,